But before you have to make the hard decision of family of 4 because you wanted mods before changing your bald tires, you're an idiot, or just maintaining your car, you have to choose your vehicle platform. Platforms will tell you a lot about someone. Picking your platform is the first step into the car world. You can join the dark side and buy a BMW, but like some of us, we just have to settle for that 4-cylinder. And that's fine, because not all of us have LS money lying around. And don't feel bad because some guy on TikTok said you have to own an M3 at 20 or have some 400 horsepower car. Just go tell that moron, at least the bank doesn't own my car. Alright, and I'm in the same boat as you guys. Not all of us want to be slaves to debt for a nice car. So let's talk about the K-Series, one of the greatest 4-cylinder families ever made. I'm going to teach you all the K-Series ball knowledge you need to know to survive this stupid TikTok car era. And don't worry, I'm not biased at all, but the K-Series is cheap, reliable, and makes great power if you turbo it. First, we gotta clear one thing up real quick. Before you start thinking you're Takumi Fujiwara from Initial D or Paul Walker from Fast and Furious because your Honda has some random K-Series in it, I'm gonna break your heart real quick. Your mom's CRV is not a flex. Bro, it's not tough. Because Google said it had a K24, well guess what? Not all K-Series engines are created equal. In fact, a lot of these engines are, I'm just gonna break it to you, they're straight buns. Like, they're actually cheats. I used to have a 2006 Accord with a K24 in it, and I tell my friends, yeah, bro, wait for the turbo. And let me break the news to you like it got broken to me. This engine is not the same K24 that everyone waves over. Mine was the K24A8, one of the eco models, as we'll call them in this video. And those engines are not built for speed. They were designed to bring your family safely to Costco, not Gap Mustangs. They're economical, reliable, and that's about it. See, the so-called Eco K-Series engines are found in cars like the CR-V, the Accord, the Element, the base RSX, and even the 7th Gen Civic Si, which gets a decent amount of hate for the lackluster engine alone. The motors from these cars are also known as the K24A8, K20A3, K24A4, and there's a few more, but we're not going to get into those. And hold on, I know these numbers and letters may be confusing if you're not a K-Series forum user like I am, so let me explain it real quick before we talk about why they're so buns.
Now, I'll put you on. So the first letter is going to be K on all these engine codes, and that's a reference to the fact that it's a K-Series motor, right? And the 20 and 24 designate whether it's a 2.0 liter model or a 2.4 liter model. And after that, you're going to have numbers or letters like A2 or Z3, and well, from what I actually understand, there is no meaning to these. They're just used to differentiate the engines from each other. So you know which ones are good and which ones are bad.
Alright, you get all that? Good. But now, why exactly are the Eco K-Series so mid? Well, to start, the engines have boring heads that don't flow well. Single cam VTEC. Wait, single cam VTEC? Isn't all VTEC VTEC? Wrong! Take a look at the single cam VTEC. You're missing half the cam lobes and only have VTEC on your intake cam? What the heck? And take a look at this K24A2. Boom. Look, that's true VTEC right there on both cams. Look at all the lobes. Now, those extra cam lobes allow for longer lift and duration, meaning your valves open more, allowing more air into the combustion chamber, and your valves open longer, meaning more time for air to rush in. More air equals more power and real VTEC. But yeah, unfortunately, the Eco K-Series VTEC doesn't do anything for power. It actually just helps with your mile per gallon, which is fine because that's what they're made for. And finally, let's not forget about the Eco K-Series lower compression ratios. Compression ratios can be a little confusing. There's a lot going on. And for the sake of this video, just know you're missing out on having the higher compression ratios from the better K-Series. If you guys want, I can do a more in-depth video about what actually makes the K-Series so good, like a more analytical breakdown. But yeah, for the sake of this video, just know lower compression ratios in the Eco model K-Series, just, it's not that good. Bruh. But yeah, I'm really sorry to break your high school Honda Accord dreams, but these engines really just don't stack up to what the better K-Series have to offer. If you own one of these engines, I'm sorry, but please don't modify it. This is when it gets even sadder. Modifying these engines is a bigger waste of time and money than playing Valorant. Why did I just diss Valorant? I have no idea. I actually just like CSGO better. Play CS2.
God damn it, Purple, you are a waste of time. You're a waste of air.
Anyways, sure, you can get a ported head, upgraded cams, go full bolt-on, but let's be real. You just spent $3,000 to make maybe 200 horsepower from an NA 4-cylinder. That G35 that Edgar bought off Marketplace for 4K is still faster than your car, and you guys both sound like straight garbage anyways. Trust me, save your time and money. These engines just aren't worth modifying. The return on your investment is just so bad. Go with a different platform or get one of the better K-Series. And speaking of the better K-Series, let's not lose hope yet, because now we're getting to the fun part, the real K-Series engines. The one that Honda built in the early 2000s in their prime. The ones that make BMW owners scared if it has a turbo. I'm talking about the K20A, the K20Z3, and the K24A2, the holy trinity for the K-Series. And I know there's a few more good K-Series models out there, but they can only be found overseas in countries like Japan and Europe. We're not going to talk about those. But these are the K-Series that people dream of. People K-swap these into literally anything with wheels. Miatas, Civic, Porsche 911s, BRZs, BMWs, Nissan 240SX. I mean, probably even a freaking lawnmower. What makes these engines special is that they have real VTEC on both cams, high-flowing head, aggressive cam profiles, stronger springs and retainers, and higher compression. Oh, let's not forget the ability to rev to 8K plus from factory. When VTEC kicks on these engines, it actually does something. These engines are gems in the modern day when companies are shying away from NA screamers and pushing more turbo for emissions reasons. And no, shut up. I don't want to hear about your downpipe in a tune, bro. Yeah, I get it. The K-Series is not the fastest unless you want to go forced induction, but there really is something fun about revving all the way to 8K. Like, once you're on the gas, you know, you get that wah! And when other cars are ready to shift, your Honda is still just like, wah! Like, it's just screaming. And it's an experience that, I mean, it'll put a smile on anybody's face. You know, not the fastest car, but not every car is able to give an experience like this. And that's something special. These engines also make real power stock. Well, I know I don't want to hear from the V8 guys. Somebody in the comments is going to be like, well, actually, my LS3 makes 420 horsepower. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. Your LS3 also costs $5,000, all right? While an Eco K24 is over here with 160 crank horsepower, a stock K24 A2 out of a TSX is chilling at around 205 to 210 horsepower from factory. Throw some bolt-ons at it, maybe a tune, and you're easily sitting in the 220 plus wheel horsepower range. And these are proven numbers. It's not the fastest car in the world, but for maybe 1 to 2,000 in parts, it's a really fun car. And you can finally beat Edgar's G35. And let's be real, that's all that matters. When I was in high school, beating a G35, that was a badge of honor. That's a pretty quick car. The K-Series engines really do love mods too. Just like Subaru owners love blowing head gaskets, the K-Series respond really well. Intake, exhaust, and you're looking at 20 to 30 horsepower. And that's a realistic number. Like, I'm not like these other guys on YouTube who are going to tell you like, oh yeah, bro, my bigger injectors gave me 50 horsepower. You know what? That's another rant that I'm going to talk about, bro. If you turbo a K-Series, don't get me wrong, your car is probably beating a Hellcat, and it's definitely not street legal. But people online, I don't know what it is. I hate these stupid YouTubers. Don't listen to the morons on YouTube that was talking to the mic, and they're like, oh yeah, 2K turbo K-Series budget build, and then they tell you a list of random parts. They don't even have a K-Series themselves. They just list off some random turbo kit, and they're like, yeah, it'll make 600 real horsepower with this turbo easy, bro. Let me ask you this. Can your fuel pump provide enough fuel for injectors? Are your injectors big enough? Can your stock motor mounts handle the extra torque? Can your axles? What about your clutch? I see it all the time. People on YouTube will make it seem like a turbo K-Series is easy and cheap. And the sad reality is it's a lot of work. Watch some videos of guys who have actually done this. Listen to people who have the cars, read some forum posts, and don't just listen to that random guy. A Turbo K is definitely doable, and it's amazing to have a fast freaking car. But get ready for a long process, and you're probably going to spend at least 5 to 6K if you want to do it yourself and have it done right. But don't let me scare you away. Turbo K-Series are some of the fastest four bangers out there, but just it really rubs me the wrong way seeing all these guys on YouTube who don't even own K-Series who will tell you, yeah, bro, 2K and a K-Series making 600 horsepower. They don't think about any supporting mods. I don't know. Just a little rant. I feel like TikTok just really has people out here saying random stuff that they know nothing about. So now that you actually want a K-Series, you're probably wondering where to find these engines, and luckily, they're not rare to find like a unmodified Civic on Marketplace. They're actually pretty easy to get. You'll find the good ones in the RSX Type S, 8th Gen Civic Si, and a 1st Gen Acura TSX. And yes, most TSXs are automatic. So before you say, I'm gonna manual swap mine, let me stop you right there. No, you're not. That swap is expensive, painful, and you probably don't have the time to do it. If you can pull it off, I salute you. But most people are talking big and don't realize how involved this job is. So just save yourself a favor. If you're gonna get a good K-Series motor, make sure you get a manual from the start. You'll probably regret that automatic later. Like, I'm just trying to keep it real with you guys. You know, I see the TikTokification of car people nowadays is insane. People don't understand what supporting mods are. People just think, oh yeah, bro, I saw this guy on TikTok manual swap his car. You guys can totally do this. I engine swapped my 8th Gen Civic Si with Harbor Freight tools. But a lot of you guys out there, just save yourself the headache. Buy the manual first. Just do it. Do it! So, which K series should you get now that you want one? Well, if you want a little extra torque, a little extra power, and maybe to go boosted in the future, I'd recommend getting the K24A2 from the TSX. You're gonna get a little bit extra torque, a little bit of extra power from that 0.4 extra liters of displacement, but you are gonna lose some of that top end and your revs. These motors can rev out safely to about 7,500 RPM, which is still a lot, but not as high as those K20s. And this is due to the K24's longer bore and stroke, with a lower compression ratio of 10.5 to 1. Still better than any of the Eco Ks. But wait, what are we stroking? The longer stroke on this engine means that the piston moves further up and down in the cylinder, which leads to more torque, but it's going to increase your piston speeds. That piston has to travel extra distance to get those revolutions per minute that you want. Meaning you can't rev as high because your piston is just going to be moving so fast, especially once you get to like 8,000. It's just not safe on your cast pistons. And if you want a high revving screaming experience, that's when you get the K20Z3 or K24A. With less displacement from a shorter stroke but higher compression ratio of 11.1 or 11.0 to 1, you can rev these past 8K all day. That's how they come from factory. You could probably even push them to 9. It's a little risky, but yeah, these engines are going to give you a super linear NA power band experience, and you're going to be able to rev them out like crazy. But you're definitely going to need to rev these engines out because they just don't produce the torque like the K24 does. And trust me, I've had both a K20Z3 and a K24. They're similar engines, but the characteristics are definitely different. And if you really want to get crazy and do what every degenerate Honda person eventually does, build a K24 bottom end with a K20 head. They bolt right onto each other. They fit perfect. And this is the famous K20, K24 Frankenstein. Everybody loves this combo, and you get the best of both worlds. Engine can rev a little higher, you get the better flowing head from the K20Z3, but you still get that extra torque and displacement. And that is everything you need to know about the K-Series. Don't listen to the TikTok car guys who think you need 500 horsepower to be fast. Some of us are still young adults, we don't make that much money, and we don't want to go into debt. Tell that stupid guy with the M5 on TikTok, at least my bank doesn't own my car. And remember, just save up for the better K-Series motor and get the manual. It's definitely worth it. For around 8 to 10K, including some mods, a K-Series won't let you down. I think they're an amazing bang for the buck. You can have a fun and reliable car, and you're not going to be in debt later when you want to upgrade. Or just go boosted like I want to and hurt some feelings for a fraction of the price. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this, and go check out my K24A Civic Swap series that's already on my channel. Yeah, I'm definitely biased. I have one of these engines. I know what I'm talking about. I built this. I built